Ott Tänak came closest to topping Toyota's 100% record at the previous 2 rounds of the World Rally Championship and looks set for another duel with Seb Ogier after the opening Super Special stage in Athens. The pair tied at the top of the leaderboard on Thursday night. Latvian livewire Martin Sesks was quickest of the 4-strong M-Sport Ford line. But luck wasn't on his side at the start of day 2.
Yep, there you go. There goes the carcass of the tyre flying off the rim, and it's just the rim left.
With many of the Rally 1 crews picking up pieces of their tyres in the dust, Ogier and co-driver Vincent Landais launched their attack from second on the road. Only Thierry Neuville and Martin Wedeger had dethroned the French duo during the morning loop. But they fell victim to the savage bedrock of the Acropolis. And the wrath of the Greek gods was aimed firmly at Neuville. The reigning world champion reached boiling point in the heat on stage 5.
It's a puncture. But how? Yeah, okay, it's a puncture. But how much of an issue is he going to be only having the softs for the next 2?
I don't care. I'm going to drive until the end and we're going to see.
In contrast, Ott Tänak and Martin Jevioja were staying ice cool, delivering a rapid drive on stage 6 to seize the lead from Ogier. Adrien Fourmeau was the only driver capable of matching Tänak. A hat-trick of stage wins and flying time on Friday's final test catapulted him ahead of Ogier and within 3 seconds of the lead. Despite being hampered by the unswept surface ahead, championship leaders Elfyn Evans and Scott Martin were best of the rest behind the top 3, benefiting from Sami Piari's retirement and Kalle Rovanpera's puncture on stage 6. Saturday started strongly for Fourmeau until he clipped a bank on stage 10 and lost over a minute to Tänak. Rovanpera was struggling to regain any momentum after his tyre troubles and nearly took a nosedive over a cliff edge at the start of the afternoon loop. Teammate Takamori Katsuta faced a similar fate, scrambling for grip in the closing metres of the same stage. That left Ogier to take the reins for Toyota, but Tänak was almost unstoppable, winning all but 1 stage on Saturday to extend his advantage at the top of the timesheets. The outlier going to the Frenchman. With a 43-second buffer over Ogier, the Estonian would have been forgiven for backing off in pursuit of his maiden win in 2025. But Tänak had other ideas, attacking the first 2 stages to further his lead over Ogier. After a nightmare run of rallies, a precise, pragmatic drive from Fourmeau on the final day was all that was needed to take his first top 3 result since January.
I'm pleased with what we have done for sure. We had a small issue yesterday, but we managed it and we can be proud with what we have done.
Elfyn Evans' incident-free weekend allowed the Welshman to launch a last-ditch push to maximise Super Sunday points when they counted. Rovanpera's woes were Evans' gain. But as Tänak and Ogier dominated the leaderboards, the Welsh Wizards' championship lead was under threat from elsewhere. Ogier and Tänak had exchanged stage wins throughout the final day, but the Estonians' advantage had barely moved. Tarzan's treacherous 23 kilometres and a faulty gearbox at the very last were all that stood between Tänak and a vital victory.
That is a first Acropolis victory for Ott Tänak. It's 22nd win of his career.
This victory here at the Acropolis Rally, is something wrong?
Yeah, I have a gearbox failure. I need to try to get home.
Tänak takes Hyundai's first win of 2025 and makes a bold statement in his bid for a second championship title. Ogier finishes second and bags top Wolf Power Stage points, with Fourmeau claiming the final podium spot. Evans takes his second 4th place finish in a row, and Neuville completes the top 5. In the Drivers' Championship, Evans still leads, but Ogier and Tänak have closed the gap to the Welshman at the midpoint of the season. Rovanpera drops to 4th after a frustrating weekend in Greece, and Neuville is best of the rest in 5th.